My earliest memories of exotic dancing goes back to Players Club. That's the only way it's been introduced to me. But, learning and doing some research about dance more it's a mindset and a hustle. You have to be mentally ready just to just work somewhere around humans who are being manipulating, cheating, lying, just to get some cookies, a BR, and etc. That's the name of the game. The game is the pussy, and the pussy always wins when it comes to the money. So I decided to interview a dancer named Vixen Blue. Vixen Blue is not your typical dancer. She's intelligent as well as she just learns the in and out when it came to dancing and her point of view about it. How's it helped her? What's the pros and cons about it? And we're about to dig in and see her thoughts about it. So stay tuned. So, why did you pick your dance name?
Well, I honestly picked my dance name based off of the Miguel song, Vixen. I really love that song. You know the song, you could be my vixen, my bed will be your stage. You never heard that song?
Maybe.
You could be the spotlight all night, each and every time it rains. You can be my vixen.
Oh, I do know that song.
Well, I love that song.
You got inspired by that song.
I got it, and so my pole name is Vixen Blue, and obviously because blue is my favorite color.
Vixen Blue.
Yeah.
So, why did you start dancing?
I've always been drawn to dancing, to be honest. Like, I've always liked just dancing as a form, and then just how open and just expressive and confident that they were, to be honest. It was mainly the confidence to get up there and just be you and express yourself and basically be half naked. Like, that takes a lot of confidence because it's not easy to do at all. You got to have a lot of self-love in yourself and et cetera, et cetera.
So, since you said to build confidence, do you think that your confidence improved from then to now?
Definitely yes, because I'm not going to say I didn't have confidence beforehand. I think we all kind of go on our own like self-worth journey. But definitely once I actually got into dancing and the more I just embraced myself and started loving myself more, it grew my confidence and it made it easier to get up there on the stage.
So, what were the myths you heard about being a stripper before dancing?
There's always cat fights and girls steal and, honestly, maybe because it was the club that I was at. Like, are we allowed to say the name of the club that was at? Or are we just going to... Okay, yeah. Maybe it was the club that I was at, but I feel like my club was a very good club for... Like, I didn't experience none of that. I didn't experience no girls fighting. I didn't experience no girls stealing anything. And it was a body positive club. So, like, one thing that you hear a lot about strip clubs, like, if you don't got ass and... Oh, can I cuss?
Yeah.
I don't know if you got to beep it out. Like, if you don't got ass and titties or whatnot, then you not going... My club wasn't like that. We accepted all different types of body types, and everybody was just beautiful in their own way. So, that's one thing I enjoy about the club I was at.
What's something you learned from being a dancer?
Yeah, because I know there is a lot of times that I self-sabotage myself because I was just in my own head thinking like, there's no point in going up to this guy, I'm not his type, or there's no point in getting on stage because, I don't look good right now, or I don't feel my best, when at the end of the day, that was just me stopping myself from growing and stopping myself from being my best self. So that's definitely one thing I've learned.
Okay, what have you learned from the house moms? Well, the house mom. Yeah, house moms.
One thing that the house mom told me, and to this day I kind of like stick with it. She put it more so in a religious term because she's more so religious, and I kind of take it more in a spiritual term. But pretty much she just said, don't worry about what it is that you need to do. Just go out there and enjoy yourself, and if you're enjoying yourself, just trust that God will provide whatever it needs. So I take it as, don't sit here and worry about trying to make a certain amount of money. Don't sit here and try to worry about making my tip out. If I just go out there and enjoy myself, people are going to receive my energy, and the universe will provide whatever it is that I need financially.
Okay, that's true. Mm-hmm. That's really true. All right, give me advice that a dancer gave you. Good or bad? Funny or, stupid?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was an advice. It was more so a very awkward moment, and it was really because she was just drunk. And And I had to kind of realize the situation, that she was drunk and not really hold it against her, but she was basically trying to stop me and a couple of the other girls from like talking to each other and basically clicking up, because she said that it gives off this image of we're competing with each other. And and the moment was just awkward, but I mean, I get what she was trying to say, but for the most part, I think it's not like that. Like, it's not like we were just sitting here competing for each other or competing for the men in the club. We were just sitting down. But since then, I definitely made sure to kind of just have my own little circle and my own little, like, you know, group, and only sit with the girls that I knew that, you know, we wasn't competing with each other. Like, if there was a customer that she already talked to, I would ask her and be like, hey, have you talked to this guy, et cetera, et cetera. And then she'd be like, nah, he didn't dance with me, but he might dance with you, et cetera, et cetera. So it was more of us being supportive of one another versus competition.
How would you rate the club's food?
Well, if it was a discount on it, it would definitely been a lot better. I'm not even gonna lie, because my club, it did not help us at all. We had to pay for everything. We had to pay for all of our drinks. We had to pay for all of our food. We did not get a discount. And then they're gonna turn around and say we can't bring in our own food. So I've only ate there once or twice in desperate times, and it was okay. But I know a lot of customers came there to eat all the time. But I would say a 3. I would definitely say a 3.
A 3?
Yes.
Okay, so, what challenges did you face being a dancer?
I feel like a lot of the challenges I faced being a dancer were all internal.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't really have any physical challenges, but it was a lot of mental challenges and just me basically getting in my own way. And that has to do with, like, you know, not being confident, or, you know, not being, what's the word? Just not feeling pretty some days. There was a lot of days I just was like, my makeup not right. I didn't even feel like putting on makeup. And so a lot of the challenges I faced were mental challenges that I had to overcome. And that just grew over time when I started to love myself more and develop more self-worth.
Okay. So, did you notice any transformation in your performances, your dancing?
Yes. I actually took a break off of dancing for a year, and I'm actually starting to get back into it now. But definitely in the meantime, from when I first started as a dancer, I just always thought that it just had to be ass shaking. Like, we just got to shake ass, make an ass move. And not that that's not my style of dancing, but my style of dancing is more interpretive and more sensual. And as I got more comfortable with the club and with the people there, I realized that I could bring my style of dancing into it more and be more sensual. I didn't always have to clap my ass and make sure my ass was moving. Like, I could just do some leg swings, or I could just do some little cute little floor work or something like that. So that was, yeah.
Do you think being a dancer is beneficial?
I feel like being a dancer is beneficial in terms of what it is that you're doing it for. Okay. Like, for me, it was mainly something I just always wanted to do, and it was more so to see if I can do it. It was a completely different world than what I'm used to. I'm used to being in customer service type jobs, like, you know, working at coffee shops or doing warehouse type jobs. So going from a warehouse type job to a dancer, those are two different completely fields, two different like ways of life. And so it was more so for me to see if I could actually do it. Do I feel comfortable in this type of lifestyle? Do I feel comfortable, you know, being half naked in front of people and still maintaining my own confidence and my own inner self-esteem?
Do you think that being a do you think that being a dancer, like this lifestyle, and yourself, do you think do you have problems merging them, or do you keep it separate?
I feel like my dancer persona versus I feel like it's the same. It's just everybody has different hats. So it's like although like my dancer side is more seductive and probably a little bit more like, you know, sensual than I normally am, I'm still like that naturally. If that answered your question.
Yeah. I was like, I hope she gets what I'm trying to say. Because I was like, this is a good question. But I was like, let me see if I can put it to words.
Yeah, it's literally all in the same. It's just pulling out different hats at different times whenever you need them.
Okay. What is the biggest purchase or dumbest purchase you ever made?
I was very frugal. I'm not even gonna lie. I was a very frugal stripper. So like I got a lot of my stuff from Amazon. I got a lot of my stuff from Amazon. The little so I don't think I spent no more than $30 on an outfit. And even then that's pushing it. I never spent no more than $20 on an outfit. Because a lot of my outfits I kind of threw together.
Yeah, my moments.
Yeah, this time around, I got a friend who has a sewing machine. I've been watching some videos, so I'm very frugal when it comes to that, because I've heard girls spending a lot of money on a lot of stuff.
What is your very first moment when you started dancing?
Moment in what sense?
What I mean by that, just your very first day, like your first day. What is something that stood out to you that the first day, like, dang, I ain't gonna forget this?
My very first day, I definitely having all the man workers trying to hit on me. Yeah, like as soon as they smelled fresh meat up in the club, they just swarm you. Yes. So that was, and a couple of them kind of died down after, you know, they seen your face a couple of times, but then you had that one or two that still try to, and I'm like, no sir. I'm good. So all the like employees trying to hit on you, like the security, the bouncers, the DJs. No.
When you walk to work, did you walk slow in the entrance or did you speed fast to go inside the entrance? What person were you? Which one? You had to be one of those.
When I was getting there, because 9 times out of 10 I came in with some sweatpants and all that stuff, so I will go to the back. I will speed to the back so nobody would see me. But once I got on the floor and I got in my get up and I got in my, like, you know, my outfit, my costume or whatever, you know, I walked a little slower because at that point I wanted people to see me. But when I was leaving and I was just in my normal attire, I'm in and I'm out. Like, don't see me, don't talk to me.
Are you the same way when you're leaving? Are you a slow walker? You know, hey, how you doing? Hee hee. Or are you just gonna be speed walking and get out my face?
As soon as I did my breathalyzer test and she gave me my keys, I went out the side door. I went out there. Because I didn't want people to see me leave, and like, I don't want you to see me leave and I got my sweatpants on, and it's not that I don't think sweatpants are attractive or whatever. It has nothing to do with a look persona, like, oh, I'm looking not as cute, so I don't want you to see me. It's like, I'm off of work. So it's like, I don't want to entertain nobody. I don't want to have no conversation with anybody. And then I definitely didn't want nobody to see me go into my car. So I always went out the side door and hit my face, ducked a little bit, and then waited to go to my car because it's just a privacy thing. Like, you know Vixen Blue. You don't know me, the person that's behind the persona.
So what do you think is too long being a dancer?
As in, like, year-wise or age-wise?
Yeah.
My personal goal for myself was I wasn't going to, like, after, like, 28, 29, then I need to start readjusting and evaluating to see if there's something. But personally, I feel like if it's something that you really enjoy doing and you really like, you could dance this as long as you want. Now, I think if you're, like, in your late 40s, 50, might as well go ahead and at that point, if it's the pole that you like, go ahead and just invest in getting a pole at home, get into some like pole dancing classes. But I don't think at late 40s, 50s you should still be in a club throwing that thing. Like,
Do you,
not throwing that thing. My bad.
Dropping it low. If you could talk to yourself when you first started dancing, what advice would you tell yourself?
Yeah, I would definitely tell myself to have more fun and just stop just get out of my own head. Because I know, like, especially with my first, I was always over analyzing everything. Like, oh, should I say this to him? Always analyzing how long should I wait to go up to the next customer. I was spent a lot of time in my head sitting in the corner by myself. If I would have just let go all of those restraints, I probably would have made a lot more money, and I also would have enjoyed myself a lot more, because I enjoy being in that environment. Like, it's basically like a giant party. Granted, you got a bunch of men trying to, that part's not fun. But being there with the music, the lights, it's a party. So it's fun. And I just wish I would have enjoyed it more, instead of thinking more so, I gotta work, I gotta make this money, because it kind of takes the fun out of it sometimes.
So what is your funniest moment with a customer you can recall?
I had this man bite my ass. And it was just, they were construction workers. I didn't really want them touching me, because you're construction workers, your hands are dirty. Mm-hmm. So I definitely Lysol my body afterwards. But, he was trying to, oh, you're so beautiful. And I was like, oh, thank you, trying to play it off. And he kept touching me, and I'm the type of person, I'm going to tell you nicely the first couple of times, like, oh, don't touch me, that's going to be a little bit more, like, you can't touch the dancers. He's like, okay, I'm not going to touch you no more. And I was talking to his friend, and next thing you know, he grabbed my ass and bit my ass, and I was just like, sir, no, sir. And I was like, you know what, you on punishment, like, I can't even dance with, you can't see no more ass for you. You finna get nothing, I had to turn around and dance with him from the front, because you can't be over here biting strippers' asses. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Mm-mm.
Do you find it annoying when men flex their money?
When men what?
Flex their money.
I do find it annoying when men flex their money, but I find it more annoying when they don't flex no money. Because at my club, they were very stingy with the money. I didn't have many men flexing the money. I had a lot of men keeping the money to themselves, not even like showing it, and you would sit there and talk to them for like 30 minutes and they still didn't bring out no cash. So I find that more annoying than anything, than flexing the money, because at least I know you got it and I just got to try to get it out you, versus you don't got no money and you're wasting my time.
Free conversation.
Exactly. Like, can't give out these glorious conversations for free. Like, that's not how we do things.
That's so funny. Do you have any questions?
Do I have any questions?
I think I asked everything I wanted to ask you, to be honest.
I don't really have any questions to say, but I would, just for like a cap off, I would definitely say dancing was something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm glad that I actually pushed myself to do it, because I've learned a lot about myself as a person. It was definitely an experience that, I kind of just put myself into, and you're so exposed, not even physically, but you're mentally, emotionally, you're vulnerable up there. And I think it builds character if you can, especially on the days that you're not feeling your best, and to still get out there and get on stage in front of everybody and produce something beautiful. So it was definitely a great experience for me. I love the atmosphere. I think the only thing I would do more so is do a little bit more research on my club and try to find a club that fits me and fits my needs as far as income wise, because my club was a great beginners club. It was a great club for girls who just dipping their toes in the water, haven't never danced before. It was very body positive, it was open, welcome. It's just they didn't promote enough to make it worth being there all the time. Mm-hmm. So definitely choosing the right club is key.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I had so much fun asking a bunch of questions and picking your brain.
Yes.
All right. Toodles.